I'm gonna go through Seb Gorju's TikTok dropshipping course to see if it's worth it and if I can actually build a profitable dropshipping store. And I wanna bring you guys along and show you everything. But here's the deal, I'm not a complete beginner. I'm an expert at ads. I actually have a company where all they do is run ads. And even though Seb said ads don't really matter,
I think people glamorize or get obsessed about the running ads portion of dropshipping.
I'm gonna set some rules for myself to make this challenge a little bit more fun. Rule number one, I'm only allowed a $1,000 budget for the entirety of this challenge. 2, I'm not allowed to use any of my agency's assets. I'm not allowed to use my production studio, my team, or even past trainings. I have to follow the course exactly how they teach it. And rule number 3 is I only have 7 days for this entire challenge. And at the end of the 7 days, if my store is profitable, I'll be giving it to one of you guys who comments down below and follows me on Instagram. All right, with that settled, let's actually jump into the challenge with the first thing which I need to do is actually go through the course. All right, so I've been going through this course quite a bit, and I've run into my first problem, which is that in some of the modules, especially the TikTok ads module, a lot of the information that they give is counterintuitive to my own expertise. So I'm gonna have to be very, very careful and not let my own experience take over, even though some of the things that they're saying are things that I don't necessarily agree with. Other than that, we've made a lot of progress with the course, and I think we should be ready for the product research stage tomorrow. Alrighty, day 2. So yesterday I was able to go through the entire course within a few hours. The course really isn't that long, which is a little bit concerning because I thought it was lacking a lot of substance. Essentially, the course teaches you the basics of Seb's method of TikTok dropshipping, which can be boiled down to finding winning stores, copying their products, copying their ads, tweaking them a little bit and reposting them and throwing a bunch of stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks. The course, however, doesn't go into a ton of details and skips out on some of the fundamentals of dropshipping. For example, it never really covered what to do with returns, so I'm really just gonna cross my fingers and hope that nobody returns my products. Anyways, that brings me to today, the product research phase. Basically, I'm gonna go out and try and find myself a product that I can start selling on my own Shopify store. Now, Seb does tell you to go out there and find a product that is both viral and has great velocity, but not too viral so that it's saturated. I'm not necessarily sure what that looks like because he never really gave us any metrics or formulas to go by, so I'm just gonna hope and see if I can pick the right product that meets that sweet spot. But he did say you can actually solve all of product research by buying Dropscale, which is essentially a tool that gives you a whole bunch of winning products. And since we have a $1,000 budget, we are gonna go ahead and spend $80 to get Dropscale, and we'll see. Anyways, I think my plan is gonna be to go ahead and use Dropscale, find 7 to 10 products that I think are promising, and then pick the best one. So I'll see you guys in a bit.
Much later.
All right, so I've gone ahead and found 10 products that I think have potential. Now, I could go ahead and pick my favorite one and run with it, but the way the course made it seem like is dropshipping is a little bit like gambling. You don't really know which hand is going to hit. So instead of putting all of my eggs into one product, I think I'm going to diversify my risk and go with 3. So since we have about $920 left, and I assume we're going to need about 20 bucks in tools and domains and things like that, that gives us about $300 in ad spend per product, which I think is fair. Of the 3 products that I'm going to be testing out, the first one is going to be this shapewear underwear. It's a trending product that I see a few sellers selling. It's really viral right now, and there aren't too many stores that are actually promoting the product. The second product that I'm going to be testing is kind of in the same line. It saves me a little bit of work in setting up a brand new store. It's just going to be a bodysuit bra, kind of the same product line, women apparel. And if both of those are not profitable, my third product that I'll be testing is this shark blanket. It's super viral. I think it's very seasonal. I think it could do really well. All right, so the goal for tomorrow is going to be to build out all of the stores for all 3 products, make sure I have all of my tools and stuff connected, and I'll check in with you guys then. All right, day 3. So yesterday we picked products. Today we're building stores. And I'm going to go through exactly why I picked those 3 particular products. Well, firstly, I found all 3 of them on Dropscale, which gave me a great idea of the fact that they were already selling. But being the thorough researcher I am, I also went to the TikTok Creative Center to see if other brands were currently selling these 3 products and what their results were. The nice thing about the TikTok Creative Center is it gives you inside stats on what some of these brands are doing with their products. So I was able to actually find my products on there, and I saw that a lot of them had high likes, high CTRs, and high budgets. And when I saw high budgets, I knew that other people were definitely spending money on these products, meaning they have a high likelihood of succeeding. I also went ahead and looked these products up on the Meta ad library to see if people were selling it on Facebook and Instagram, and guess what? They were. So 3 sources, 3 green lights, we're good to go. Let's build the stores.
A few moments later.
All right, so we're on my computer because I wanted to show you guys the behind the scenes on what it takes to build this store and how that process is going for me. So for the most part, I kept it to basically what the course taught. I tried to use high quality images, made a branded store, put in a nice fancy logo, kept the brand colors consistent so that it would kind of look like a legitimate store. So I more or less kept all the widgets that they said and recommended in the course. I added the description based on what I saw with competitors. I did also add a few things like this accordion to give people more information about the product. I just think that makes the store a little bit more credible, and added more GIFs, sizing info.
All right, so it's a few hours later. I'm done building the stores. Honestly, it was a little bit of a grind, I'm not gonna lie. But let's quickly talk about some of the costs I incurred building these stores. So lucky for us, I was able to get a $1 trial for Shopify. That's where I built the stores. And then I had to shovel out 15 bucks each for 2 domains, so 30 bucks in getting the domains and the stores set up. I think the stores look pretty nice. This is what they look like. I basically went ahead and copied other brands' stores, took all the best elements and applied them to these stores. All right, guys, I'm going to sign off here because tomorrow we have to get the ad account set up and get the creatives together. So I'll see you guys then.
Hey, Neil back here on my computer because I want to show you guys a behind the scenes look into how I'm doing my creative ads. Essentially, I'm going to the TikTok Creative Center again and finding the ads that are already selling our products. So as you can see, this is one here. So what I'm going to do is go ahead, download it. I've already done a few and then bring them all to CapCut. So from here, I basically pick and choose little clips from each ad and put them together to see which one I think will convert the best. I also add a trending sound. So this is one that I've just picked. And I also add the famous TikTok voiceover, if you guys know what that is. And then I also finally add my own captions. Now, keep in mind, one of the things that I'm doing that's a little bit different than what the course teaches is branding my products, right? So even in the ads, I'm using my term Sharky, which is, if you go to our website, that's the product name, the brand name. And I'm also using the brand colors. So in total, I came up with 5 ads for the shark blanket, 5 ads for the backless bra, and then 5 ads for the shapewear underwear. This is what each of them looks like.
POV, you got the shark blanket everyone is talking about. POV, you got the Lex song.
Bitch, you know I'm sexy. Don't call just.
Pod, you got the viral backless bra.
You can't out.
So I didn't really give you guys much of an update yesterday. That's because all I really did was set up the ad account, set up some test campaigns, warm up the account a little bit, make sure everything was working, make sure that we were actually able to spend some money, which brings me to today where honestly things aren't looking so great. We've spent about $120 so far and we haven't had a single sale. But I'm not giving up just yet. I'm gonna let these campaigns run, maybe tweak them a little bit, maybe launch a few more campaigns, see how they perform throughout the day, and I'll keep you guys posted. I wish I had some good news for you guys today, but unfortunately I don't. So we let the campaigns run yesterday and we still got 0 sales. At this point, I'm basically turning off the shark blanket campaign because we've spent about $270 on it without any sales. So pretty shocking stuff right there. So I'm definitely going to cut my losses and turn that campaign off. We also ran into some bad luck with the 2 remaining products. The ad creative stopped running because it had to be manually reviewed by TikTok staff, just because, the ad creative shows a little bit of skin and deals with weight loss and body image issues. So because of that, they have to be manually reviewed by TikTok. All right, so hopefully when I check in with you guys tomorrow on the last day of the challenge, the ads are up and running again. There's no issues. They can actually spend, and hopefully we start getting some purchases coming through, because I don't want this challenge to end without me even getting a single sale. So I'm just crossing my fingers, really hoping that we get at least 1 sale and I haven't burned all of my money. But anyways, I'll check in with you guys tomorrow with the finale of this challenge. All right, end of the challenge. We are finally here, and I do have some good news for you guys, but we'll get to that in just a second. But since you made it all the way to day 7, if you could drop me a like, subscribe to the channel, it would mean a lot since the channel is so new and so small. But for now, I want to tell you, yes, we ended up spending the entirety of the budget, and there's some good news. We did end up getting some sales. That's right. not just one sale, we got 2 sales. It may have costed over $200 per sale, but hey, we got a sale. All right, with that settled, let's get into the final numbers and break everything down. So the total cost for all the softwares, the domains, the plugins, and basically everything that was not ad spend was a total of $111. And then we spent $274 on TikTok ads for the shark blanket and got no sales. On the backlist bra, we spent another $239, and again, 0 sales. And then finally, we spent a total of $412 on ads for the shapewear underwear, and we did end up getting 2 sales. Now, the cost for the products and to ship them out was $15.84 for both orders. The profit we made from both the sales was $67.92. That being said, the overall for the shapewear underwear, we're down $359.92. And then finally, for the entirety of the challenge, we're down a negative $983. Damn. I can't really say that I'm happy with the course given the results, and sure, maybe there's a little bit of user error, but if we're being honest, I followed the course exactly how it was taught. I picked 3 products to test instead of 1, and they even recommended only testing with a budget of $150 to $300 in ad spend per product, and I was kind of on the higher end for all 3 of those products. I think I was pretty reasonable with how I went about the experiment. And after this experiment, I think the truth with dropshipping is that it requires really deep pockets and a lot of luck to try and pull off. There's a lot more businesses out there that are far less risky and give you a better chance at succeeding. Peace.